Okay, welcome everybody to the closing event for the BWSI Summer Institute. I'm very delighted to be here to talk to you about our program for a tiny bit. Our program got started in the year 2016. In the summer of 2016, we invited 46 students on MIT campus for a period of 4 weeks. And the first class that they got involved in was to develop a fully autonomous mini car that can navigate in the kinds of environments that you're seeing here. This problem, although it can be described very quickly, it actually is fairly deep. It is fairly deep for professionals to work on, let alone graduate students, undergraduate students, even high school students. So we set out to build a program that can reach out to high school students and middle school students to teach them some of the emerging technologies and get them excited several years ago. In the first offering, as I said earlier, we had only 46 students. In the second offering, we grew it out to about 100 students. And the next year, in its third offering, we grew to 250 students. And then we reached about our limit of 250 students pretty quickly. In 2019, in our high school program, we had 10 different courses that the students could choose from. These courses ranged from the autonomous car that you've seen all the way to building a satellite, hacking a 3D printer, or working on assistive technologies. In 2020, with the pandemic, we had to hold our classes virtually. We still were able to offer 8 classes, but more excitingly, we actually were able to provide some platforms to the students so that they can at home work on their hands-on projects. In 2021, we had the same problem of having to do the classes virtually, but yet we grew the number of programs we have available. And in addition to doing all the exciting emerging technologies, we added things like underwater vehicles, quantum software, and many of the others. So in addition to the high school programs, we have once gotten a chance in 2019 to do a middle school program, which was very exciting. And we've done a number of outreach programs, for example, the all-girls middle school and high school program that you see here. So today, we're sharing with you the final event of BWSI Summer Institute 2022, which had to be virtual like the past few years. In this year's event, we have several classes. Some of them are listed here. These classes include things like the autonomous Grand Prix, air vehicle racing. We have a course on building autonomous cognitive assistance. We have a course on remote sensing that you would do with satellites and aircraft. We have a course on building satellites, another course on game design. We have a course on embedded security and hardware hacking, metalytics, designing assistive technologies, course on cybersecurity, underwater autonomous vehicles, quantum software, as well as synthetic aperture radar. All of these courses in our minds are the kind of emerging technologies that will come about in the next 2 decades, that the students here getting exposed to it will, we think, may build their careers on. And in 2-3 decades from now, thanks to their work and their leadership, they'll become realities. I'd like to just say and close that some of these things that you're seeing here, some of the courses that we're offering, they are modeled after our undergraduate courses at MIT, as well as our research. For example, I talk quite a bit about the autonomous driving course, just one of the many that we offer. There's an equivalent course at MIT called Robotic Science and Systems. Believe it or not, it uses pretty much exactly the same kind of system, meaning that the same kind of robot, which we give to students so that they can program it to navigate autonomously in MIT's basements. We use pretty much exactly the same kind of technology here in this high school course that the students can experiment with. And this one course is just one example. All the other 10 plus courses map easily to some of the undergraduate courses that we have at MIT. So this is the kind of challenge that the students are going through. They have worked very hard to understand these new technologies and build their software on them. And they're super excited to demonstrate to you today what they have learned. Thank you so much for being here. And we look forward to having you and continuing the program.